Welcome, racing fans, to Motorsports Radio Thursday edition for July 14, 2016. Last Thursday's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race won by William Byron in the number 9 Toyota. John Hunter Nemechek finishes second in the number 8 Chevrolet and finishes... William Byron, number 9 Toyota, is the pole sitter. John Hunter Nemechek starts second and finishes second, and finishing third, Daniel Hemrick in the 19 Ford. That was the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225. Friday night's NASCAR Xfinity Series race, the Alsco 300. Winner Kyle Busch in the 18 Toyota, of course. Austin Dillon in the number 2 Chevy finishes second, and finishing third, Daniel Suarez in the 19 Toyota. And then the Sprint Cup Series racing on Saturday with the Quaker State 400 presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Winner Brad Keselowski in the number 2 Ford. Carl Edwards in the 19 Toyota finishes second, and finishing third, Ryan Newman in the 31 Chevrolet. All right. Also, we had some IndyCar action on Sunday, and that was the Iowa Corn 300. Joseph Newgarden, the winner. And also, Formula One, Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. Alright, so, now, I keep thinking there was a truck race yesterday, but I keep forgetting it's next Wednesday. Truck racing next Wednesday on the 20th, so just let you know about that. So, we'll start as we always do. Driver standings, racing news, and of course the racing schedule. We've got some good stuff to talk about today, so we're just going to bang it out as we always do. Starting with the Sprint Cup Series, still Kevin Harvick in first place, 599 points. Brad Keselowski in second place with 595. Kurt Busch is in third place. Fourth place is Carl Edwards. Joey Logano is fifth. Logano dropped from 4th to 5th. Carl Edwards climbed from 5th up to 4th. 6th place, it's Kyle Busch. Truex Jr. in 7th. Chase Elliott, 8th. 9th is Jimmie Johnson with 484 points in the 48 car. Matt Kenseth in 10th with 477. From 11th through 15th, it's Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Austin Dillon, and Jamie McMurray. From 16th through 20th, it's Trevor Bayne, Casey Kane, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, and AJ Allmendinger. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 21st to 25th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Greg Biffle, Paul Menard, Danica Patrick, Eric Almirola. Manufacturer standings for the Sprint Cup Series: Toyota in first place with 743 points. Chevrolet is in second, and in third it is Ford. Chevy with 723. Ford with 686. And for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Daniel Suarez in first place in the 19 Toyota, 537 points. Second place, Chase Elliott. Ty Dillon in third with the number 3 car. He's with 518. Sadler with 528. Eric Jones in fourth. Fifth place, it's Brendan Gowen. Justin Allgaier in sixth. Seventh place is Brandon Jones. Brendan Poole in 8th place. Darrell Wallace Jr. in 9th. And in 10th place, it's Ryan Reed. From 11th to 15th place in order, it's Ryan Siege, Blake Coate, Russ Chastain, Jeremy Clements, Dakota Armstrong. 16th through 20th, it's J.J. Yeley, Garrett Smithley, Ryan Preece, Jeff Burton, and Ray Black Jr. 21st to 25th, B.J. McLeod, Joey Gase, Justin Marks, David Starr, Mario Gosselin. And for the manufacturer standings for the Xfinity Series, Toyota in first place with 667 points. Chevrolet in second with 647. Third place, it's Ford with 578. Fourth place, it's Dodge with 144. And that leaves us with Camping World Truck Series. William Byron, first place with 563 points. Matt Crafton's in second place. Now Daniel Hemrick and Timothy Peters. Daniel Hemrick in third, Timothy Peters in fourth, both with 246 points. Johnny Sauter's in fifth. Sixth place is John Hunter Nemechek. Seventh place is Tyler Reddick. Christopher Bell in eighth. Ben Kennedy in ninth place. 10th place, it's Ben Rhodes. From 11th to 15th place in order, Cameron Haley, Spencer Gallagher, Cole Custer, Rico Abreu, Tyler Young. 16th through 20th, it's Ryan Truex, Parker Gilgaman, Austin Wayne Self, Brandon Brown, and John West Townley. From 21st to 25th, it's Travis Voppel, Jordan Anderson, German Karyoger Jr., Austin Hill, and Matt Tift. Manufacturer standings for Camping World Truck Series: Toyota, first place, 356 points. Chevrolet in second with 315. Ford's in third with 287. And in fourth place, it's Ram, and Ram has 8. IndyCar and Formula 1, and we'll just go through the top 10. Okay, IndyCar, Simon Pagenaud in first place. Second place, it's Joseph Newgarden. Will Power in third. Fourth, it's Scott Dixon and Helio Castroneves in fifth. Sixth place is Tony Kanaan, driver of the number 10 car. Alex Underossi is in seventh. Eighth place is Carlos Munoz. Graham Hall in ninth. And Charlie Kimball is in 10th. Formula 1 top 10. First place, Nico Rosberg. Lewis Hamilton in second. Kimi Räikkönen in third. Daniel Ricciardo in fourth. Fifth place is Sebastian Vettel. Sixth place is Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas in seventh. Sergio Perez in eighth. Ninth, it's Felipe Massa. Romain Grosjean in 10th. And that was a cool race on Sunday. So, you know, like in Formula 1, they got the soft, super soft, medium, and hard tires. And it rained before the race started, so they started behind the safety car. They raced in the rain in Formula 1. And so as the track was drying, they started switching over to the softs. So they were driving on the dry spots of the track, but some of the cars would pick up some wet spots and just start spinning. So there was some really fun racing on Sunday, and it was at the Silverstone race course over in the UK. And it was really one of those races where you got to feel how fast these cars go. Some of these turns they're doing at 140 miles an hour, which is sick. Where, you know, with NASCAR, they slow down to get around the curve, and then they hit the gas, and they're taking these turns at full speed. It's crazy. But it was a good race on Sunday from the United Kingdom. So we're going to go over some racing news. And on a sad note, legendary team owner Carl Haas, who passed away on June 29th. Now, the news broke out last Friday. And I was going to do a write-up on this last week. But they said on the 29th, and I was reading it on last weekend. And I said, I don't know if that story is right, but it turns out it was accurate. Carl Haas, who spent 50 years in motorsports as team owner, businessman, and promoter. Carl Haas competed in Formula 1, NASCAR. 1983, partnered with Paul Newman, the salad dressing guy, partnered with Paul Newman to form the IndyCar team, Newman Haas Racing. Newman Haas Racing won 107 races and 8 championships. Drivers Mario Andretti, Michael Andretti, Nigel Mansell, Sebastian Bourdais, and Paul Tracy. Newman Haas Racing disbanded in 2011. Carl Haas was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. So very sad news indeed. And some other racing news. Now, I didn't find any penalties this week. Usually by now you get all the post-race or pre-race inspections and stuff like that. So hardly nothing. There's nothing. I checked all the go-to sources. But I found this is the story from Truex Jr., who, as we mentioned on Monday's show, had a mess up on pit road, got sent back to 22nd place, wound up finishing 10th when he was running second coming in for a caution. But Martin Truex Jr. discarded after a NASCAR decision during Saturday's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race at Kentucky. Truex Jr. on pit road during a caution at lap 196 as Truex Jr. was about to enter his pit box, passes Kevin Harvick, getting in front of Harvick, and in turn was penalized for illegal passing. So he was getting around Harvick to get into his pit box. So Truex Jr. was running second at the time and got sent back to 22nd. Truex Jr. did manage to bring the 78 Furniture Row Toyota back up to third before pitting again with 10 laps to go, this time lap 257, pitting for 2 tires and fuel. Truex Jr. says, quote, "All you do in instances like this is keep your head down and dig. We went all the way to third place from the back. That was cool. All in all, we still finished 10th. Just one of those deals. I'm not sure why we got penalized. It's a timeline thing. Everybody does it. So, now, you always see when two cars, one guy goes in and the other guy goes in. Well, they're saying NASCAR is the guy to the right can peel off to get into his pit box, then you can get in front of him. But I guess because Harvick was still on pit road, not really getting into his pit box just yet, he couldn't go around him for the pass. Crew chief for the 78 team. Yes, this was another story. Now, this was on Fox News. Reporter Joe Menzer, and then another story on Fox News, also by John Menzer, pointed out NASCAR's view of the situation. Cole Pearn, crew chief in the 78, spoke with NASCAR officials about the situation. But NASCAR Vice President of Competition Scott Miller explained that the rule that Truex Jr. broke is clearly explained in the NASCAR rulebook. Scott Miller says, quote, "I didn't expect him to be happy, but you can't pass on pit road." He continues saying, if you do pass on pit road, it specifically says it has to be to the right when somebody is peeling off into their pit box. Without getting too deep into it, I didn't expect him to be happy, but you can't pass on pit road. So that was that. All in all, Truex Jr. finished in 10th on Saturday, and that was the Quaker State 400. Jeb Burton is making a return to NASCAR Xfinity Series this season. Jeb Burton has been incognito. Here's the deal. Jeb Burton was driving Richard Petty's Motorsports number 43 car. Okay, the 43 Ford. Now, this is an Xfinity Series, not to mix up with Sprint Cup, which is driven by Eric Almirola, same number. But Richard Petty Motorsports had to shut down the 43 team due to sponsorship issues. Well, Biaggi Den Best Racing announced that Jeb Burton will be driving the 98 with the sponsorship from Estes Express Lines. Now, Estes Express, if you see the tractor trailers with the big E on the side, that's Estes. But only for 2 races, July 23rd at Indianapolis and then September 9th at Richmond. Jeb Burton, son of NASCAR driver Ward Burton, and has driven the 98 car before. In 2014, finished 15th at Charlotte. As for Estes Express Lines, Estes Express Lines sponsored Jeb Burton in the past in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and Camping World Truck Series. Jeb Burton has won one Camping World Truck Series race, and best career finish in Xfinity Series is 8th in 2013. Joe Gibbs Racing is changing pit crew coach, announced on Wednesday. New coach Matt Osborne, now in charge of pit crew operations. Now former pit crew coach Mike Lepp is now senior athletic advisor. Mike Lepp came coach of an impressive pit crew, racked up 113 wins in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and Xfinity Series combined. One of those wins was with the 18 of Kyle Busch, 2015 Sprint Cup champion. Also has several Xfinity Series titles as well. Now, this is something I wanted to go over real quick. Okay. First, I hope you like the new setup here at Motorsports Radio. I think the show's going quicker, and it's a lot shorter. You get a lot more shows. Got a crazy listenership on Monday, so thank you very much. Just one note that Motorsports Radio, same schedule as RP, February through November, and we take a little break after November, and then we come back in February. So there's no racing between November and February, so that's why there's nothing to talk about. But other than that, so if you're going on community radio, it's communityradioli.com, and you'll see the Motorsports Radio section up there. Now, also, one note, next week we're going to be on Tuesday, so we have some stuff going on here. So Tuesday is going to, instead of Monday next week, it's going to be on Tuesdays. It's going to be 7:05, 7:25, and 7:45 Sprint Cup cars and trucks.